Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen over here in a really sunny, beautiful day in Northern Ireland. I'm just going to show you outside here. I think we're averaging about 17 degrees today. You can see the horses over there enjoying themselves in the sun. And one little girl here, she loves being outside, that's the old girl. And my beautiful collie. You love outside, don't you, Maggie? And it's just absolutely stunning today. Trees. I'll just show you my hens. That's hinging back at. Let's see if I can get them. She's got 2 hens. It's enough for us. We don't need that many eggs. They're just in there. And they've got their little run. You can see their little run there. So they get out into that later on. So the fresh grass. And they do a wee marathon something down there. Look at them, look. You looking for bread? Not the bread till later, till Daddy comes home. Alright guys, so it's absolutely beautiful outside today. The end of March, 31st of March today. So today I took a notion and I want to make some pancakes. So that's what we're going to be doing. I was just setting up a few things there. So let me get rid of this out of my hand again. Oops. I've been promising these ones for a while now that I would make them some. So I went ahead and reconstituted some dry milk powder. That's just what I was doing here. And for a single batch I needed 300, so I have 600 mils here just of milk. And into that I'm going to add 2 eggs. I'll just crack them in here just to make sure that there's nothing untoward with them. And they're lovely. These are our girls' eggs, and he puts the date on the top. So we know how far back they are. But they don't stay in the cupboard long enough to go out of date. And that's gone in there too. I'll put the single recipe in the description box. I don't want to confuse anybody by, don't go by the measurements. I'll put single batch in down in the description box. And I just want to break that egg up. It should be okay. And clean as I go. We'll set that aside for a minute. And I'm going to use this bigger bowl. It's easier for me to whisk in. I'll just set that aside for now. And I need 360 grams of flour. As I say, don't follow this recipe guys, because this will be for a double batch. And that's 360 grams of just regular all-purpose flours going in there. And I don't need that. Get a lid on this. I'm putting 6.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm just going to put that through a wee sieve because it's a wee bit clumpy, which is not good. So 3.5 teaspoons. That's 2 tablespoons. 2 and a teaspoon. Baking powder. We don't need that. And I need 2 teaspoons of salt. and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm just going to whisk the dry ingredients together before I add the rest. And just push that through the sieve there, just to get any of those clumps out. Don't want that. You don't want a clump of baking powder coming through. You just push that through, and that's just the sugar. And give these a bit of a whisk. And I'm not going to actually add all this milk and egg mixture because I want these to be a wee bit harder, or firmer I should say. I don't want just regular pancakes. Actually, I'm just going to turn the griddle on, and we're doing them on Mum's griddle pan today again, which I've just got on a little electric hob. So I'll just turn that on to heat up while I get the rest of this ready. And hopefully this will work. It'll probably take it a wee while just to heat up that. So I don't want to add all this because I might not need it all, and I can make another batch with whatever I've got left. And might need it all. A bit more. Oh, I hate this whisk. Do you ever get a whisk that you just can't, doesn't want to work well with you? And that's this one, and it wasn't cheap like, so I'm going to work all that flour down in there. You just want to mix this until there's no lumps left in it, and that's about the consistency I want. I don't want it any thicker or thinner than that. It's not the poor and thin pancakes, it's the thicker pancakes I'm wanting. I'm just going to set that aside while I want to separate this. I want to take some out to make different flavour. So I'm going to take I'm going to take 2 cups out of there. And in this one, I'm going to put sultanas, just regular sultanas. And I'm just going to judge this by eyeballing it. So I've got about that much batter, and I'm just going to add say that's about 3/4 of a cup of sultanas. Just mix those in, and into this one. I think I'm mad, but I had half a bag of Gooey chocolate chips left. They're going in this one. These are going to be sweet. And who says you can't put anything in your pancakes, huh? And you don't want to, you can't really overmix that. It's just a batter, really. So I'll bring it around to the griddle. And it actually feels nice and hot in the centre there, so get a bit of butter and just see how hot that is. Just butter the top. And I actually think that's going to be too hot, so I'm going to turn it down slightly. Yeah, I'll turn it down slightly. And I'm not going to use a ladle for this, I'm just going to use this spoon. And hopefully this works. I want these to be quite big. So I'll just put one on. I'm not going to get any more than 3 on. So just going to let these sit now on that heat until they start bubbling and start getting sort of quite hard over the top, and then I'll flip them over. Whoa, those are big. Pardon me. But that's what they're like in this house. You see the way they're starting to bubble? Once the bubbles all start to come up, you're nearly tempted to flip them, but you just let them sit for another little while. And I might make the next ones a wee bit smaller than that. But I want them to start bubbling a wee bit more in the centre, before I start turning. They're starting to cook around the sides, you see, and they're a lovely smell. And that wee bit of butter, just make sure that they don't stick on you. I'm just going to flip this one. Woo! Lovely pancake. And these two's not just quite ready yet. I'm being impatient. I need to just let them wait. Yeah, puffed up that's getting. You can see all the fruit through them. The sultanas poking out. Here we go, guys. Get around that way and flip it over. They're massive, aren't they? It's just a waiting game. Just wait until they start, you know, when they're cooked, whenever you lift it up, prise it up a wee bit, and you'll see that they're cooked underneath. Those are quite big. Like something substantial. Just want to check under that one. And that one's done. Straight off onto the rack. We'll move this one slightly to get this one turned. Oh, they smell gorgeous. Whee! And just give that one another second. I'm going to put a wee bit less than that for the next couple. And just slightly less. Oh, I wish you could smell in here. The dogs are actually sniffing the air. And that one's done as well. You can see all that lovely fruit. Yep, you can see a fruit in there. The sultanas are picking. I'll get the rest of these ones on, and then we'll get the chocolate ones on. And these are actually so easy to make. I'm just going to make these ones a tad smaller. But I know all the big ones will go first. And so you just wait until they start bubbling. You know, they're cooking, pushing the air out. I wish you could smell in here. It smells delightful. This back one's almost ready. And look how nice they look. You can see the sultanas, and they smell absolutely gorgeous. Sun out there is making me sneeze. Oh, yummy. Wow. They look good. A bit of chocolate's melting there in the pan. Hopefully the next one I'll pick that up. You can smell the chocolate. It smells lovely. Alright guys, that's how easy it is to make pancakes. And I'm itching to eat one of these. I'll cut one of these sultana ones. I'll leave the bigger ones for the boys. They're absolutely gorgeous, lovely and floppy. They're not hard. And lovely inside with bits of fruit in them. I just get a plate. I will not be able to eat my tea tonight, so I think I'll just eat half of this one. A little bit of butter. Or you can heat these up again, put lemon juice on them, and a wee tinge of sugar. Oh wow. Gorgeous. Light and fluffy. And the fruit on them, the sultanas are gorgeous on them. Really nice. Oh my goodness. Only had half of that one. There's no way I could eat all these. I wouldn't enjoy my dinner tonight. And this is the chocolate chip ones. You can see all the chocolate chips in there. And I'm going to do the same. And you can see all the chocolate. And if you put that in the toaster again, it's going to melt down, but it's going to stay in. It's going to stay in the pancake. Just a wee smidgen of butter. And chocolate pancakes. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Let me see that gooiness. The chocolate and the butter and the bit of heat in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Gorgeous. There you go guys. Sultana or chocolate chip pancakes. And both are equally as good. Chocolate ones are just heaven. Alright, I think I'm gonna go out and take the dogs out into the fresh air and catch a wee bit of that sun before it disappears. So thanks for being with me today. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much for being here. Anyone that has subscribed already, I appreciate you all greatly. And I love doing these little videos, so hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. So get your ingredients out and get some of these made. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, I'll see you all again guys, and enjoy your day. Bye for now. No, Trish, you're not having any more. Okay. Let's go, girls.